administration. You can ask what's constitutional and what's not, and we're seeing a whole lot of what's not. So with no further ado, I give you Congressman Jacob.
I understood that your congressman couldn't quite make it. So I drove 3 hours and 37 minutes. I heard on the way up that the incumbent congressman decided to call a telephone conference meeting tonight, which I think goes to show that in-person town hall meetings work. I bring you the greetings of the federal workers at NOAA. Forgive me. They won a victory in court. It's not a victory. We're winning every day in court. They won the right. They sued to get their jobs back, to go back to work. They were given the right to get paid, but to stay on administrative leave. The federal workers of America don't want to be on paid vacation. They want their jobs back. Today, because I've been down to 13 rallies or town hall. And I started with my friends at NOAA on that first Monday when this nightmare began, and I told them then, and I repeated it today, and I bring it to you too. A rally a day keeps the fascists away. That we're in a constitutional crisis, because that is too passive sounding. That's too ambiguous. This is an attack on the Constitution of the United States. And that's why I'm thrilled to be here in Pennsylvania, where it all began. This is where the Constitution was born, and this is where we're going to defend the Constitution. Congressman Scanlon and I, we were invited to the joint session of Congress. You were there, right? Yeah. And I was there too. And it wasn't bad. I think I would have preferred the speech in the original Russian that they sent me to. But my guest was a constituent of mine. Dr. Lori McGee, who's a pediatric cancer doctor and biologist at NIH, and for her labors of many years working on childhood cancer and having breakthroughs on child cancer and making great progress, she was sacked in the so-called Valentine's Day massacre of February 14th. She got a letter from one of Elon Musk's juvenile night crew computer hackers who told her that her services were no longer needed. So I brought her with me. There were a lot of Raskin was forced to listen to President Trump say that one of his key priorities is to combat childhood cancer. I was literally ashamed that I'd asked her to come out, and she had to sit and listen to that when all of their work is being destroyed day after day by Elon Musk and the mega bulldozer. Then we listened to Donald Trump engage in some boasting about all the waste, fraud, and abuse they found. The first thing that they did, these so-called anti-corruption crusaders, is they sacked 18 inspector generals in the United States, the people who are actually investigating waste, fraud, and abuse, who saved us $91 billion last year. Elon Musk has not saved us $91 this year. If you want you bring in forensic auditors, you bring in budget analysts, you don't bring in a bunch of 19-year-old computer hackers. That's what you need. Donald Trump was reading down a list of some of the things that they said they had found. And one of them really shocked me. I was about to go to the other side of the aisle when I heard that. He said that the NIH had spent $8 million creating transgender mice. $8 million. I said, wow, I do believe in the rule of law and the Constitution, but that sounds pretty extreme. Maybe we didn't need Elon Musk to come in here and fire tens of thousands of workers. But then I looked it up on my phone right then. NIH spent $8 million on transgenic mice. That is, mice that have been injected with DNA so they can do medical research on asthma and AIDS and breast cancer and colon cancer. My friends, we are being governed by morons. Chief of Staff, he left the proceeding, the joint session of Congress speech, that endless Fidel Castro type 6-hour speech we heard, and he got in his car and he plowed his car into the back of a parked police car. Then he opened the door and staggered out. He was given a breathalyzer test and he was arrested for drunk driving, all of which I think goes to show we've had way too many DUI hires in America. We're in a constitutional crisis. We are. And that's why I'm glad that the people of Pennsylvania have woken up and understand what's happening and have been able to answer. They need a constitutional refresher course every day. Starting with the preamble and the three most important words of the Constitution. We the people! In order to form a more perfect union! Establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and present to ourselves and our posterity the blessings of liberty. Do hereby ordain and establish the Constitution of these United States of America. All legislative power is reserved to the Congress of the United States. after page, laying out all of the powers of Congress. It's up to Congress to regulate commerce domestically and internationally. If there's going to be tariffs, Congress is going to pass the tariff. It's up to Congress to pass the budget. It's up to Congress to impose taxes. It's up to Congress to declare war, not the president. And all other powers necessary and proper to the execution of the foregoing powers. And then, after all that, you get to Article 2 of the Constitution. Four short paragraphs. The biggest one is all about how you impeach a president for treason, bribery, and Army and the Navy in times of actual conflict, then you get to the core of the job. What is the president's job? The president's job is to take care that the laws are faithfully executed. To take care that the laws are faithfully executed. Tonight we say to Donald Trump, do your job. To track the laws of Congress. It's not your job to destroy the departments and agencies we've created. The only people who have the power to destroy NOAA, to destroy the National Weather Service, to destroy the National Institutes of Health, to destroy the Food and Drug Administration, to destroy the Department of Education, the Department of State, the Department of Defense, is Congress. And if you think you've got the votes to do it, bring it to Congress and we'll see if you've got the votes to destroy the government. And they're oligarchs, but they won't do it also because they know it would never pass. They don't have the courage even to come and face their own constituents, much less to abolish the NIH or the Department of Education or the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. They are protecting their people by unilaterally, illegally, and unconstitutionally gutting the government of the United States. We've got the courts. There have been more than 125 cases filed, and we are winning. We have won preliminary injunctions and exemplary restraining orders in 45 cases. We attempt to abolish birthright citizenship in America, right? That has been struck down by a Bush judge. It's been struck down by an Obama judge. It's been struck down by a Biden judge. And it's been struck down by a Trump judge. And the latest judge said it was the easiest case he had ever decided in his entire life. He said, you don't need to be a lawyer to understand what's wrong with this. You just have to know how to read. You have to know how to read. So, my friends, we're in the fight of our lives to defend the freedom of speech, to defend equal protection, to defend